Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Hollywood actors who went MIA.
How do you know?
It's obvious.
Been to the Mikado.
Forget about it.
Fine. I don't need material things. I was put on this earth to spread a message of peace and love.
For this list, we'll be looking at once popular, hugely prolific actors who disappeared from the acting scene, or at least were significantly less prolific and much less in the public eye than they had been in the past. They could have returned to showbiz, but their return saw them nowhere near where they were during their peak. Which of these actors is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Cameron Diaz. This American actress absolutely dominated the late 90s and 2000s.
I know, it's crazy.
The recipient of 4 Golden Globe nominations, Diaz is currently the 5th highest grossing actress in domestic box office history, with her movies totaling over $3 billion in gross.
Wait, you guys, I'm not a yo-yo!
Diaz had a busy 2014, starring in The Other Woman, Sex Tape, and Annie, and then she just disappeared. As it turns out, Diaz was simply overworking herself to the point of exhaustion.
Thanks for the time and date. Now over to Stormy for the weather. It's raining!
In 2017, 3 years after Annie's release, Diaz revealed that she was tired of the constant traveling and was taking an indefinite hiatus from acting. 8 months later, Diaz confirmed that she was officially retiring. She subsequently welcomed a daughter in 2019 and launched an organic wine brand the following year.
How's it being quarantined with the baby?
Heaven. It's been heaven, Jimmy.
Number 9. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Another major star of the 2000s, Catherine Zeta-Jones began her career as a sex symbol before garnering critical acclaim and an Academy Award for her performance as Velma Kelly in Chicago.
Then those ding-dong daddies started to roar. Whistle stopped, stamped on the floor, yelling, screaming, begging for more.
This in turn resulted in a slew of high-profile roles and films, including Ocean's 12 and The Terminal.
I'm so sorry. Must come off like a complete nut job or something.
Unfortunately, Zeta-Jones was diagnosed with bipolar II disorder in the mid-2000s and took a sabbatical from screen acting, instead choosing to focus on the stage and her family. She has since returned to Hollywood, but in a significantly diminished capacity.
It's harder for me not to follow orders, despite my personal feelings. But feelings don't matter any more than right or wrong. Orders matter.
She's starred in just one movie since 2013 and has taken some roles in TV, including Feud, Betty and Joan, and the second season of Prodigal Son.
It's been a while.
Number 8. Bridget Fonda. Being born into the legendary Fonda family, it was only natural that Bridget Fonda, daughter of Peter, made her way onto the big screen.
How do you know?
It didn't take long for her to gain recognition, receiving a Golden Globe nomination for 1989's Scandal. She followed this up with big roles in The Godfather Part 3, Single White Female, Balto, and Jackie Brown, just to name a few.
Shit, I'm impressed.
But Fonda disappeared in 2002 following a Hallmark movie titled Snow Queen.
In fact, you can't stop thinking about it.
The next year, she married famous film composer Danny Elfman, and the two had a son in 2005. Not much has been heard from Fonda since. Number 7. Meg Ryan. Perhaps the most prominent rom-com actress of all time, Meg Ryan rose to stardom as Sally Albright in When Harry Met Sally.
You say things like that and you make it impossible for me to hate you!
She subsequently appeared in some of the most beloved rom-coms of the 90s, including Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail, both of which co-starred Ryan and Tom Hanks.
Those are very powerful words.
She also did some great dramatic and voice work, starring as Pamela Corson in The Doors and voicing the titular character in Fox's Anastasia.
Be grateful, Anya.
I am grateful.
Ryan's creative output slowed throughout the 2000s, and she broke away from Hollywood altogether in 2009. Since then, she's starred in a web series and an ABC Family teen comedy titled Fangirl.
Hey, kid, has my face changed since I met you?
You that time when I was 1 day old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2015, Ryan directed her rom-com partner Tom Hanks in the indie drama Ithaca. Number 6. Mike Myers. One of the most beloved Canadian comedians, Mike Myers rose to stardom on Saturday Night Live before absolutely dominating the 90s and early 2000s.
Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
Wayne's World, Austin Powers, and Shrek all proved enormous hits, as did their respective sequels.
This is the part where you run away.
Unfortunately, the mid-2000s proved comparatively disappointing, with both The Cat in the Hat and The Love Guru considered enormous critical and commercial disappointments.
Fine. I don't need material things. I was put on this earth to spread a message of peace and love.
The latter effectively tanked Myers' career, and following a bizarre appearance in Inglourious Basterds and more voice work in Shrek Forever After, Myers disappeared from feature films for 8 years. He returned from hiatus in 2018, appearing in both Terminal and Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 5. Shelley Duvall.
I hardly ever dream about her, but when I do, she's always bringing me something.
One of the most prominent actresses of the late 70s and 80s, Duvall gained recognition in the avant-garde Robert Altman drama 3 Women, before starring in the likes of Popeye and The Shining.
Stay away from me.
Why?
I just want to go back to my room.
Why?
Well, I'm very confused. I just need a chance to think things over.
She subsequently retired from acting in 2002 at the age of 53. Duvall remained out of the public spotlight until a particularly controversial interview with Dr. Phil aired in November of 2016, in which Duvall appeared mentally unwell. In February of 2021, a writer for The Hollywood Reporter located Duvall for an extensive interview. She cleared up the misconception regarding Stanley Kubrick's supposed cruelty, calling him, quote, very warm and friendly, and spoke unkindly about Dr. Phil, saying, quote, I found out the kind of person he is the hard way. Number 4. Rick Moranis.
Does anybody want to play Parcheesi? Okay, who brought the dog?
This legendary funny man was dealt a rotten hand. Moranis rose to prominence in the 80s thanks to critically acclaimed roles in Ghostbusters, Little Shop of Horrors, Spaceballs, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Stay back, boy. This thing works, so put us right up there with the invention of electricity. First man in space. First dog in space.
Unfortunately, his wife, Ann Belsky, passed away from cancer in 1991, leaving Moranis a widowed single father with 2 young children. Following her untimely death, Moranis appeared in a few more movies, including the 1994 live-action adaptation of The Flintstones, before semi-retiring in 1997 to raise his children.
Think I'll be a good daddy, Fred?
Well, you're bound to find something you're good at.
Yeah, sure. Hey!
As he told The Hollywood Reporter in 2015, quote, I took a break, which turned into a longer break. Stuff happens to people all the time, and people make adjustments, change careers, move to another city. Really, that's all I did. Number 3. Gene Hackman.
Are you open?
One of the most beloved and decorated actors in movie history, Hackman's career spanned 5 decades, 4 Golden Globe trophies, and 2 Academy Awards. His first Oscar came in 1972 when he won for The French Connection.
You know what that means? God damn it!
His second came over 20 years later, winning for his performance as Sheriff Little Bill Daggett in Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven.
What's this for, snakes and such? Yeah. We don't have any snakes in here, Mr. Henderson.
Following the 2003 comedy Welcome to Mooseport, Hackman received the Cecil B. DeMille Award from the Golden Globes before announcing his retirement to Larry King. He was 74 years old, but that wasn't the end of Hackman, as he subsequently embarked on a writing career. He's published 5 novels since 1999, the most recent of which, a police thriller titled Pursuit, was published in 2013. Number 2. Joe Pesci.
Joe, I want you to hit me in the face. Go ahead. Go ahead, take it back.
Shit, forget about it. I ain't doing it.
Come on, we have fights all the time. What are you worried now you're gonna hit me in the face? Hit me in the face. Go ahead.
No.
What are you afraid?
A longtime Martin Scorsese collaborator, Joe Pesci gained attention playing Joey LaMotta in Raging Bull, earning himself his first of 3 Academy Award nominations. He also starred in the likes of Goodfellas and Casino, while sprinkling his filmography with more playful roles, like that of Leo Getz in the Lethal Weapon series and Harry in Home Alone.
Having a reunion or something?
Oh, no, my husband's brother transferred to Paris last summer, and both of his kids are still going to school here, and I guess he missed the whole family.
Following Lethal Weapon 4 in 1998, Pesci embarked on a 20-year absence from Hollywood, which was only broken by a cameo in The Good Shepherd, directed by frequent collaborator Robert De Niro, and a main role in a movie called Love Ranch. Luckily, Pesci ended his long mainstream hiatus by starring as Russell Buffalino in The Irishman, earning his 3rd Oscar nomination in the process.
Some people, not me, but some people, they're a little concerned. Some people, not me. They think that you might be demonstrating a failure to show appreciation.
Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Geena Davis hasn't done much significant acting since Stuart Little.
You certainly know a lot about everyone, don't you?
Well, that's what happens when you've been here as long as I have.
Dana Carvey, semi-retired after The Master of Disguise to raise his family.
Charles!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. #1, Jack Nicholson.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
This legendary performer is the greatest actor in movie history, at least according to the Academy. Nicholson currently holds the record for the male actor with the most Oscar nominations with 12, and he's tied with Daniel Day-Lewis and Walter Brennan for the most awards, winning 3.
Chief! The chief! Ah! Chief! Nurse Ratchet! Nurse Ratchet, look! Look! The chief put his hand up!
His wins came for his work in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Terms of Endearment, and As Good as It Gets.
I'm so afraid you're about to say something awful.
Don't be pessimistic.
Unfortunately, Nicholson retired from acting following the critical and commercial disappointment that was How Do You Know? A source close to Nicholson reported that the actor was suffering from memory issues and was finding it difficult to remember his lines. And with that, the movie business lost one of its most reliable, consistent, and remarkable performers.
Here's Johnny!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.